wake that ass up.
Early in the morning.
The Breakfast Club.
Morning, everybody. It's DJ NV, Jess Hilarious, Charlamagne the Guy. We are the Breakfast Club. We got a special guest in the building.
Yes, indeed.
We got Lil Rel.
What up?
Welcome back.
What up?
How you feeling, man?
I'm good. This is the last of my little press run, so I can't wait to go home.
You look very, very slim and trim, Rel.
Thank you, brother. Thank you. I'm proud of me. This is consistency.
Ozempic or working out?
I knew you was gonna say that because I'm like sad about that.
Ozempic?
Yeah, because there's other stars that's actually walked up to me and like have said that to me because they're doing it.
Yeah.
And I'm like, yo, y'all really doing that to yourself?
But his
you're
head
not a
don't look big,
diabetic?
though. His head don't look big. Pause.
Yeah, you could tell when people either had surgery or did something crazy. Everything is very real. This is what consistency look like mentally and physically.
What made you get there? Just because you be in front of the camera so much, or was it your own personal thing?
A lot of stuff, because I stopped drinking and everything. And so, like, I just wanted to experience this second half of my life and, like, really be present. And so I just been very focused. And I'm happy, you know what I mean? Like, I'm in a happy relationship. I'm, like, loving this next part of the game for me. I'm about to direct my first feature and stuff. So I'm really excited, yeah.
Did you realize, like, when I guess the alcohol was more of a coping mechanism that you didn't realize?
It was almost not even just coping. It was like, I almost started just doing it just because. I think one day I was out and I'm like, am I just doing this because of the access to it? Because I didn't even really want to drink one day. And I'm like, it's just free.
Right.
And then I'm like, man, I go to these premieres and stuff, and sometimes I don't even remember what the experience is because I'm lit. And so I just wanted to change all that.
Well, you look good, brother.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Absolutely.
Talk to us about We Grown Now, this movie.
Thank you. Because, sometimes people don't have nothing to promote. So if you see me, I'm promoting something.
Right.
People like, I just want to talk.
I thought you just came up with a curse off the comedian.
We Grown Now is a beautiful, beautiful movie. And I'm not even just saying it. Like, this is one of my favorite movies I've done. I mean, I've loved a lot of the stuff I've done, but since Get Out, this one has been like the most powerful one I've done in a long time. And the two young men that star in this movie are amazing. It's a love letter to the Cabrini Green residents and just to Chicago in general. And like, it humanizes all those families, not just at Cabrini Green, but just projects in general all over the country. Because you know how they make people, look into projects over the years, And so, man, this movie does a good job of just showing how beautiful community and family is. It's really dope.
So it's shot in Chicago.
It was shot in Chicago, yo.
And I love that you from Chicago too. So did you get any of that nostalgia?
Yeah, I remember 1992 when I was because that's where the movie takes place. You was born in 92?
Yeah, man.
You like, yeah, man. Like, yeah, I'm old. Like, why you feel bad, right?
Okay.
So you was born in 92?
The second Bulls championship. That's when you was here. Yeah, it was interesting because even I've been going to all the screenings and I'm still watching it, and it's like I can remember when Trail Davis got killed. That's when Chicago got real, and we started seeing a lot more of those young people who get murdered from the stray bullets and the gang violence. And I remember that kind of being the first summer for me. Well, my parents had to be like, "Hey, you can't go here no more. You have to be careful and we had to grow up way too fast just because of that."
What made you stay away from all that growing up?
My dad, you know what I mean? Like me having a father. Like my dad was like it was only maybe like two dads in our neighborhood.
Wow.
And when everybody started, and this is real talk, and that's why like watching this movie is kind of like eerie a little bit because. You can remember like when all of us went from being kids to like everybody started to kind of join gangs and stuff. And we didn't do that because of my dad. And it was tough because you lost, like when you see this movie, it's about friendship. But I can remember, damn, that was the last time we was just like kids, and then it got real for everybody.
You lose friends, you lose family members.
It's crazy looking at 92 and we're in 2024. And you remember like even that year, it was like, stop the violence. And it was very, and nothing changed. It actually got worse. And that's scary. Like even when you think about, I think about the kids and young people I went to school with that's not here no more because of choices we all made, maybe around that time, to be quite honest with you.
What's the biggest misconception about Chicago? In particular, like those hood and those projects?
I just think we forget that there's families in there. Even in the movie, they play a clip from an old news story. Mayor Daley's talking about Cabrini Green, and they're talking about it like it's a war zone, as if it's not people living in those, those projects. And then you forget how messed up the Chicago Housing Authority was. Like, they the ones that dropped the ball. Like, they wasn't fixing stuff. Because when the projects first was built, and it's actually about to be a National Housing Authority museum, my family is one of the featured families because they was in the Jane Addams projects. I actually just did the voiceover for, like, when you go to their apartment, they redid it. Where my mom grew up with her sisters and her brother. And, you know, I'm doing the voiceover. So you walk in, it's like, hey, me describe it. It was very emotional doing, too. But they came in there with hope to live in the project. The projects were new. It was a project.
Yeah. Which is supposed to be something that is a project that we hope works.
Yes.
Right.
And I think we forget that is what that was. And then at some point, especially when it just became majority, you know, black families in there, they stopped caring. They didn't fix anything. Like, even I've seen in the movie where they're getting on the elevators and it's just broke. Like, you know, there's people now who still live in the projects. New York still got their projects up. And some of those elevators still don't work.
Yeah, mad people die in those elevators.
Yeah.
Fall down the shafts.
Yep.
Yeah.
I was going to ask, you know, growing up, even though it was the projects, even though it was the hood, it made you who you were, right? It made you be able to see things a lot different than a lot of other people would. Now, with you having kids, of course, they're not going to have that lifestyle, but not necessarily the project and the hood lifestyle, but the being able to see everything. Does that concern you at all?
No, you know what's funny? I watch y'all all the time, and I saw Aries on here, and he was talking about like Jordan Peele and those guys, and it's interesting that like you know, when you hear like cats be like, oh yeah, I could tell they not from the hood, whatever, but like our kids now, nothing like that.
That's right.
And so I hopefully we get away from just like what we say what black is. Because to be honest with you, even if they grew up in the valley, because I live in the valley now. And I mean, I could say this on here, I guess, but like my career recently got broken into like twice.
Jesus.
Yeah.
And it's crazy for me because I'm like, man, the hood, nobody broke in nobody's house. They broke in your car, maybe took a bike from the back, but nobody came in your crib. And like you think things are better because you're in this nicer area and you got the gates up and all that. And I'm like, no, that's burglary.
More of a target.
And I reacted differently. I'm from the west side of Chicago, so you know, you still call the police, but like I turned it to like a ninja. Like, I'm like, come while I'm here. You know what I mean? Like, we gonna fight to the death. Because it's just something about somebody coming in your space. It's a different, and it blew my mind because I'm like, damn, that's so disrespectful. Like, even though the hood was the hood, you just never, if somebody broke in somebody's house, everybody knew it and we all jumped on them.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, somebody woke somebody up. You just broke in the house, get up. And everybody came out there like, let's whoop their ass. For breaking into somebody's house.
Did you catch who broke into your house in the valley?
No, it's that's a thing they're doing.
It's a ring,
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? And even when you look at the footage, which is why, like, once again, you know, being, I don't want to say, you know, son of hood, but it's like, I'm not nervous. I'm more or less irritated by it.
Yeah.
Because I'm seeing how they move, right?
Why does it happen so much in California?
Y'all should just leave stuff out for them, man.
It's well, I mean, they took, I did this time, I guess. They took the watches and stuff.
Damn.
But you know, it's interesting because it's like it feel like they only doing it to the black celebrity. I'm like, man, it is some white people. I know they got loan money. I just got here. I just got this place, y'all. I ain't even got nothing. Y'all got all big stuff. You can't run out of here with that stuff. And so like it was just, I'm like, I was weird because it's like old white people I know got like safes and jewels. I was like, brother, I just got out here.
Yeah.
You want to leave a note? Yeah, look, I just got here. I got some waters in the refrigerator. You just
Where were you when they did it? Were you away?
I was at a screening, yeah.
So
they knew you wasn't gonna be there and everything.
I
guess, man, I've been trying to, you know, it's trying to figure out what, because this once again the second time. The first time they did it,
same house,
same career,
Jesus,
and it's been in a 4-month span. And the first time they got in because I left the balcony up, but I got like, you know, everything's gated off, so I didn't think like you gotta be. But then I look at the footage and watching these young dudes climb over a gate, and I'm like, damn. But the second time they broke the window in one of my rooms.
And they always say with the police in California, it takes them a long time to get to a
tell you, it was funny, and I don't give a damn what they think. It was like 50 cops that showed up. And they couldn't catch this one. They flashed a light in the house. He was coming down the stairs.
Oh, so they caught him in the house.
They didn't catch him.
Oh,
I don't know how. It's 50 of y'all.
Yeah.
What?
And you don't catch this dude. And then they had a meeting afterwards. Because I was still at the screening for We Grown Now.
So did they see him run out or nothing?
They flashed a light. He ran out. The glass he broke. He went back into the media room, ran out. And I got like a big yard and stuff. But like, y'all got a helicopter. So I'm like, so ain't nobody see him.
These are professional.
Yeah.
No, they not.
50 cops.
Because I know somebody who got their house broken into, and they said the person came off the roof. They said they literally heard the thump, and they looked, and the person was just on the balcony, so they had to jump off
When
the
you
roof.
look at the footage, I'm gonna tell you something. The pants are sagging. It's like, fam, come on, man.
Okay, all right.
You know what I mean? That's what I'm saying. Like,
Okay,
I'm
okay.
not saying I
You
want to be
didn't say
home. That's what I'm saying. I looked at this stuff and like the first time they only took some Jordans, just because my assistant showed up right away. Because I didn't know anybody. I just know my alarm was going off. I just told her to go check at the house. And your hood spidey senses go off because she came in, the refrigerator was open, it wasn't beeping. I was like, why the refrigerator not beeping? If I left it open,
So they got food?
No, because they was using it for the light.
Oh.
And they was in there hiding. And so I told her to get out the house. Like, yo, you got to leave the house because they're still in there.
So hold on, when the police asked you to describe the person,
They didn't ask me. They didn't. I didn't look at all this stuff till I looked at my own footage and I looked at the cameras and stuff. But it was what they saw when they flashed the light in there. They had an all black, the mask. He was moving kind of fast,
pants sagging,
and a book bag.
Damn.
I
wanted to ask you about go back to the Jordan Peele thing because that was an interesting thing that Aries brought up. What is black? And in Hollywood, what is considered black comedy?
That's interesting. I mean, I don't even know how to define what's black. Like, 'cause I think now we just want to be human, everybody. Yeah. We're not, we only what they tell us we are, to be quite honest with you. Because everything's different now, which is why, like, even with, like, I love what Aries did because he held himself accountable for, like, mistakes he's made. Mm-hmm. And for right now, a lot of people don't admit to that. Everybody just want to, like, if they don't have certain stuff, they're like, well, you did something different because it didn't happen for me, so that means you did this.
Yeah, you sucked the dick.
It's like, it's what's interesting? Let me say this real quick. I just want to have a meeting. I want to have a town hall with all the black comics. We come in one place, no audience there. Whatever you got to say about anybody, ask the question in their face. Whatever you want to say, Ricky, Cat, would y'all just all sit down and talk?
I'd rather go to the Cabrini Green Projects, and that's probably safer.
We have to make some. I think we just got to figure out what the rules are now. Like, cause it's just weird at this point, because everybody they just throwing out stuff now.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Like, we still. I think the argument about wearing it, oh, you wore a dress and that means this and that. And it's like, wait, so what Eddie and Martin, if you looked up to Eddie and Martin and you just saw them doing character work, or you watched them Live in Color and you saw them doing character work, or if David's playing Maya Angelou or something, that's character work to me. So if you look up to people doing characters, I just don't understand this narrative of like, that's what they made you do this and do this and do that. I'm like, but I wrote the sketch and I did a stand-up routine based on that. Like, I think one of my characters, I did my hood rat character. That was one of my hit jokes when I first started. So when I decided to write sketches, that was one of the characters I played. I just think, like, if you're gonna like show somebody doing one thing, show all the characters.
Absolutely.
I did like 1 million. I actually play more old men. Maybe that's what we should say. People that play old black men. That's how you make it.
Because with Jordan Peele, it's interesting because, okay, Key and Peele might not have been your thing, but you can't act like his movies haven't been some of the dopest black films.
But you saw that in Key and Peele, though. That's what's so weird. There's some really beautifully black written sketches on there. I just think and you can't, I think, like, Aries is one of the most interesting people. That's why I say I love that he held himself accountable because, like, you was on Mad TV. And you did a lot of the mainstream stuff.
Yeah.
And then I guess when that stopped, because everybody pick and choose when they want to be a hood nigga. Like all of us I'm from the west side of Chicago, so I don't need to act like that or try to act hood now that I'm in a certain position. But it's because the athletes do it all the time. Like, niggas that went to school the whole time and then they get a little money, now they want to act like a dope dealer. It's so fucking stupid. It's so stupid.
It is.
You went to class every day. I saw you with your book bag. Now that you in the NFL, you got 15 chains on, you got a crazy crew now. Come on, bro.
A lot of that could be the Iverson effect too, though. Because Iverson was just so cool being him that people wanted to be Allen Iverson.
But that was Iverson 24/7.
That's who he was.
That was
But people wanted to be him, so they was imitating him.
Yeah.
That's what I think.
You know what's funny? The people that really come from that, you know, they try to grow out of that. They actually try to stay away from that.
Yeah.
I was talking about fiance Daniela. She laughed because I was like, one of my favorite drug dealers. She's like, what? Wait, what did you say? Because I was thinking about this drug dealer grew up. That, you know, everybody. I looked up to my dad and my uncles, but it was one dope dealer in my neighborhood who I thought was the coolest dude in the world. Like that's why I like to wear the jogging suits with the chain. It's because of him.
All right.
But then I saw him graduate. I remember like I was working in downtown Chicago and I saw him with a suit on. I'm like, damn, what? You know, he's like, nah, I'm done. I cashed out.
Wow.
You know what I mean? Open a real estate business.
That's right.
And I was like, wow. But I'm just saying, like, it's those guys that really live that life don't necessarily celebrate it.
Mm-hmm. Is there a difference between being, well, no, we know there's a difference, but what is the difference between being black famous and white famous? Because I feel like you've experienced both.
Well, not really. I mean, I say the difference is if you white famous, you could just do what you want, even if you're just a white comedian.
Mm-hmm.
I was telling somebody, I saw a clip of Will Ferrell doing Beyonce, like literally doing what? I'm just thinking, like crawling. And ain't nobody going like, see, he's so, you see what he doing? Because he acting like a woman. That's why.
That's
like,
how he got on the movie.
They don't ever say that. They don't bring up Mrs. Doubtfire. They don't do none of that stuff. They just do what the hell they want to. They can just act at anything they want to. And I feel bad for black actors and artists because you almost have to be careful because you just don't want somebody saying, oh, that's why you did that and did this. And I'm like, damn. But white actors, you know, you could just do whatever you want to. They free.
Yeah.
Do you think
they don't judge each other
sorry.
either. They don't like come at each other. They're not talking down on each other. You know. And
Well, not in person. A lot of them don't like each other, but they not like doing.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. They
Yeah.
don't like go and sit on podcasts or interviews just to say, oh, this person did this back in the day or whatever, things like that. We had what's his name, Bill Burr up here.
I love Bill Burr.
Yeah, I love him too. And I wanted to get into comedy or whatever because I'm finished talking about that. But Bill Burr, he was up here and he was saying, you know, he used to bomb like all the time, and that shocked me. That shocked me because I love him. He's one of my favorite like people to watch, like on like Netflix or whatever. So he said he used to bomb all the time. Did you ever?
Everybody. I mean, if you
Don't say everybody, yo, because not me.
Well, Jess, you ain't you know. Oh, this is interesting. I can say
shit,
that.
Jess.
boy,
And it's
here
not.
we
It's
go.
not a.
Bill Rell
It's,
said, but Jess, you not.
it's not a-
She not what?
well,
Rell?
here we go.
That's not what he just let him say it. Damn.
Think about it, Ralph.
It's not a bad thing because it goes back to this point I've been making a lot lately. It's like I grinded the way I did so you wouldn't have to do a lot of the same stuff I had to do. We had to do those Chitlin Circuit hole in the wall spots
Absolutely.
with the game still being on. And you gonna bum because they don't care that you're doing a comedy show. They came in there to watch the Bulls game. And we happen to be doing a comedy show. Or I mean this stuff like where it's literally hole in the wall crazy spots. You've been able to kind of walk into this where it's like, yo, you got your audience already. You know, you already have a fan base. When nobody knows who you are and you start. Like the person in it don't know who you is. That's the toughest thing in the world to make those people laugh.
Yeah.
And it's a different grind. So I believe like, I look at like somebody like me and other comics that's, you know, came up with me, like that's one of the doors we open. And I mean, which is to my point also when people are saying like, hey, I hate that the veteran comics that talk shit about our group and people under them about what they think they've done. And I'm like, well, your nose and the stuff you went through made it easier for me.
That's right.
Why you don't take that credit?
Yeah.
And so for you, yeah, you don't have to experience that because you don't have to do the same extremely tough rooms.
But
it was
those
rooms
are-
that other comedians made hard on purpose,
Yeah.
so you wouldn't do well. Those don't even exist no more for real.
Like what? That's like the chocolate sundaes and all that type of
Oh,
stuff?
you remember Lil Duval, that Atlanta room?
Oh,
they
shit show.
had?
The shit show was it?
Oh,
No, not the shit show.
No, that's not what it was called.
Oh man,
Man,
Wait,
when they
you kill yourself.
Jack, what's his name?
Jack Thriller.
Thriller was with the mirror. It
Tripping
wasn't-
on Tuesdays. What the
No, it
Tripping
wasn't Tripping on Tuesdays. I forgot what it was called, but it was one of the hardest rooms
Where was it at?
in Atlanta, in the country. T.I. was there every week.
Yeah.
And if you killed in there, I remember like I've been my shirt. I was sweating profusely, but I worked so hard to get them laughs. I'm like, but I ain't get booed off. You don't even know if you did good. As long as they ain't boo you off, you was happy. And they made that room tough on purpose.
Yeah.
They'll make your intro weird, all types of stuff. And so, but guess what? Those rooms existed all across the country, and it made you a better comic. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, those things don't exist like that no more. So it's not. But knock on wood about not bumming. Don't say that.
Yeah,
'cause-
no, I feel you. But no, I still know. But I'm saying those are the things that I want to do.
I'm gonna tell you
though.
something, Jess. Put the challenge up. Do this for yourself. Book a show. have JB. No. Have Tony Roberts. Have whoever you think is a beast on stage go up before you. I'm talking about the hottest people, and not even in no arena. Go to a club and do it. And I'm gonna tell you something. That is not easy to follow. That was one of the things I did to be a stronger comic. Like y'all, like niggas not even challenging themselves like that no more. Like I'm like, put me behind the hottest dude, and guess what? I'm gonna do my best bit first.
I've gone behind Tony Roberts
at the big shows. No, but it ain't the same. It ain't the same
but
thing.
Look, that's not even what I was trying to get into. What
I know. Just wait for to argue about it. I'm just saying.
No, I'm not.
But every time,
I'm trying to ask you a question.
I know. Go ahead, ask me the question. But don't do the thing we do.
Tell you what. No, I'm saying.
Y'all used to argue a lot when y'all used to do the TV show together.
Every now and then, but he wouldn't pay me mind.
But it wasn't like comedy though.
But it was. Yeah, no. This when we was on set and stuff like that. But no, like that's what I want to do though. I want to go in a room where nobody knows me because I know like a lot of us. So comedians that came from social media, we definitely built that, and y'all have paved the way for all of us.
You don't have
so
to
we
do that
don't
no
have
more,
to,
though.
but that's what I would like to do because
it's
that's
impossible
different.
for you now. You host the Breakfast Club. You're famous.
But in LA, I before I even got this job, I don't know how it is now, but that's why I stayed out of LA. I never sold great in LA, so my agents would put me in rooms where they didn't know me, and I still would make them laugh, but. It's different. I can't sell shows there.
It ain't the same no more. I mean, even the audience is not the same no more because, you know what's funny? Like when I see some of the comics go on the road, I don't even know if it's about being funny no more. People just like being in the vicinity of people they see online all the time.
Yeah.
I think it's weird, and you don't do that a lot, which is good. I actually like that you don't. But like the people that do that weird turnaround show, like, look who all came to see me.
Yeah.
I've sold out a bunch of shows. I don't do that shit. I just do the set, get my standing ovation, get the fuck out of there. I just like, but look who saw me.
Yeah.
And the people just there because they like, oh, I get to see you in person.
I think it's good to do that though, because I mean, one thing I hear people say sometimes, bro, they feel like you don't have a base. They think you came out of nowhere.
I don't care what they think. Like you can go on YouTube and just type in Lil Rel and watch every stand-up series from the beginning to now that I've done, from Who Got Jokes to BT Comic View to Last Comic Standing. I really took the long route to this. So like even when people say that, it's actually kind of a compliment because that means I'm such a great actor that you don't even have to see that I did all this other shit to get here.
You prefer acting or prefer comedy?
I think it all is entertainment. So when you look up to Eddie Murphy did it all. So I was like, I always assumed that you had to know how to like do stand up, act, write. Like, because I looked up to Keenan Ivory Wayans and Robert Townsend too, and they did everything. So that's why I'm an everything person. I've never thought about this in one category. And you brought up Bill Burr. One of the things I love about Bill Burr never changed his voice. I saw him do some of the blackest rooms as the whitest man in there and had us in fucking tears. And that's why I got so much respect for Bill Burr. He never, because we got some comics, especially white comics, that are kind of appeased to us and, whatever that is. Bill Burr, man, one of the greatest bits I've ever watched somebody do was at Jamie Foxx's Laugh-A-Palooza, was Bill Burr. And it's right after that Detroit, that brawl between the Pistons and Indiana.
Yeah.
Just look that up on YouTube. Bill Burr's bit on it, because it was so fresh, was the funniest shit. Him from the perspective of a white guy, like, he was going to talk stuff to a big black guy. It's just, and he did that in front of that audience, and it just happened. And motherfuckers was in tears, So, like, shout out to Bill Burr, man.
What do you think
It was Tripping on Tuesdays, too, bro.
Tripping on Tuesdays?
Yeah,
no, that was a Comedy Store.
No, that was the name of Duval thing, Tripping on Tuesday.
It was?
Yep.
Damn, I guess everybody called this shit Tripping on Tuesdays.
I was going to ask you about Gerard Carmichael, right? He was talking about Dave Chappelle's comedy. And we were saying that, comics shouldn't be talking about other comics' bits or what they like and what they don't like, because 9 times out of 10, I'm sure they have a bit that people don't like. So what's your thoughts on that?
I don't think comics should say something is offensive. Because you can easily offend as a comic, too.
Yeah, I mean, I believe that's why Gerard apologized, too. I mean, like, we can all have our own personal takes on, different things that comics do. I don't comment on nobody's jokes. Now, sometimes I do want to, when we start calling people the GOAT and stuff, or when they call themselves a GOAT, I think it's categories that make that happen. A lot of people still talk shit about Eddie. I think Eddie's the greatest of all time. But then you got some people that's done more specials than him, like, well, he hasn't done enough specials to be called that. Which is crazy. He don't need to.
Yeah, you got Raw and Delirious. I mean, goddamn.
And he did that under 22. So why would he? He don't have to do a bunch of them. He ain't got to.
Yeah.
You got to do a bunch of specials.
Yeah.
He don't have to. Like Eddie Murphy has been one of the most famous people we've ever. Like my kids know who he is based off him being Donkey.
Yeah.
To me, that's dope. Where your career has done all these different. He's actually showed us how to be a superstar in comedy. He was our first real rock star. But what I mean, even with that, like Dave, I think me and Gerard talked about this a couple of times. It's just like you just want to see Dave go a little more personal. I was joking with somebody recently. I'm like, dang, he never did a bit about how he got swole. He just went from skinny to swole. We've never heard Dave Chappelle tell us no reason. Because you want to hear his comedic genius on, nigga, why did you become skinny to swole? Why? It's
And I ain't gonna lie, I feel like it happened overnight too. I feel like I was watching one day he was skinny, next day he was coming. I'm like, what the?
We haven't seen him for a while. But I guess when I hear people say that, I'm like, his last special, he talked about his wife a lot. And he talked about it was the whole strip club thing. And
yeah, but he's always been, and I love Dave, but he's always been good at like, which is so weird when he was at the, when he had decided to say something about Cat talking shit about people. And I'm like, and I saw him out and we both was talking about it. He's like, man, it's fucked up, man, whatever. But I'm like, well, I mean, you started shit too, Like the whole dress conversation really happens because of you starting that shit.
Really?
Yeah, I think people forget he's the one that did the interview where everybody's like, something? Chappelle's right.
Oh, that was the Oprah? Was it Oprah?
Yep.
Oh,
And so that
man.
kicked off all that shit. And so, like, I think sometimes we just be reckless with what we say. I think we have to be careful about it. And then that's why it's so funny. Is like all these comics say, like, black comics are just so interesting to me, man. Like, and then we don't do it on stage. We wait till we do the interviews to have the deep conversations. And it's like, why the fuck you ain't just make a joke about it?
But that's what I like about comedians, though. Because some of the best conversations, you, especially here on Breakfast Club, comedians can be deep. And then they can go on stage and be super funny. I think that's what
Yeah, but
I
you
like
need a balance of both. Because like, I think if you can't make, I think our job is to make things funny. I mean, that's one of the things I love about Chris Rock when he used to make some of the most political things so funny. I mean, you can look at his last special. Like, I could always tell when like, and I love Chris, but that was the first time I was like, dang, he's not comfortable. Like if he would have opened up with the slap, I'd have been like, oh, he's over it. But he didn't.
Yeah.
And then he started venting, and it was like, oh shit.
Well, probably because it was live, so he got to save the slap to hold the audience.
Nah,
you don't think so?
I think if you smart, you do that shit first, so you can get back to what you know is the essence of your stand-up.
Lil Rel says Chris Rock is not smart. That's gonna be the
No,
headline.
I didn't say that. Yeah, I didn't say that. I didn't say that. I don't Tony and all the niggas waiting on me. Them brothers be waiting for me. It's like 15 Rock brothers. It's like, don't come to the Bronx, Rel. Don't come to fucking Brooklyn.
But you say he should have led with it.
I think if he was, I could tell he wasn't. Which is why I wish he'd have took his time. Maybe he wasn't ready necessarily. I think he felt like he was pushed to talk about it. But
I don't think it should have been live.
Me neither.
I don't like I like going to see comedians.
I want to do it live though.
Really?
I think I could do it. Yeah, because I mean most of my specials been the first show. So
Cat doing it.
Yeah, it's gonna be so interesting.
May 17th.
Yeah, it's gonna be very. I don't know. I don't know if I'm gonna watch.
You get tired of hearing him call you ugly?
He don't talk about me no more.
What was your problem with Cat? Why you call you ugly?
No, I didn't have a
Cat.
problem with him at all. He had a problem with me out of nowhere. I didn't know. It was just weird. I don't have any problem with Cat Williams. He just had I think he hate dark skinned niggas. Because he always got some weird shit to say about dark comedians. He don't say nothing about the other motherfuckers. He be like, the black motherfuckers are ugly. Ugly ass niggas. You'll never kiss a girl, Little Rel, because you're ugly. Uncle Drew, nigga, they made you. Yeah, he was saying shit. I was like, what?
Did you laugh when you hear that though?
Because he's fucking funny.
Nah, he's hilarious.
But Cat Williams, I always tell people, if Kanye sounded like Cat, he would have been president.
Explain.
Because Cat has a good way of, he could deliver bullshit so believable.
Yeah, but Kanye does too.
No, but we all just look at him. We're like, oh, all right, nigga. Cat makes it funny.
Got you.
So it's entertaining, even if you think it's a fact. Like everybody took even half the stuff that Cat said in their interview, and a lot of that stuff was lies, but it was still like, damn, that's. But regular people at home like, see, I knew it. See, because you could put in your contract that if you want somebody, you ain't gonna ask for back end points. You gonna say specifically, I want Rick and Smiley, even on 10th on the call sheet. So get the fuck out of here. Why would you believe that? so crazy. People like, see, I knew it. You can't do that. You cannot negotiate nothing like that.
Yeah.
You can barely ask for like stuff in your trailer. You think you can ask for it another nigga?
But they don't know, man. You can't. They don't know.
You see what happened? Did he have on a dress? Yes, he did.
When you did the We Grown Now, when you did We Grown Now, what did it mean to be in Chicago? Was that pressure? Because you got to hire people. I'm sure people want you to hire people from Chicago. You know what I'm saying? They know you home. They going to want money. Like,
no, nobody. When I shot that, nobody knew I was there shooting it, actually, because I was shooting like 3 other things at the same time. But then Menhall, she did a great job, director and writer. Mm-hmm. I like the fact that she interviewed Cabrini Green residents. She talked to other housing projects. She did her real research. It took her like 5 years to do that. Mm-hmm. And so that's why I like, because I don't like when I see Chicago movies or any movie that's about a place somebody is from and you don't talk to nobody that's from there and you just start making stuff. Mm-hmm. You can tell in this movie, even though she's from Chicago also, but she wasn't from that area. Mm-hmm. At least she talked to those people. And when you see the movie, like we did a screen in Chicago, and all the Chicago people, like people was in tears watching it, you know, because it could be a tearjerker too. It's a beautiful movie, but it's a love. It's like so, man. She did a good job of making it Chicago, and I love that.
And I want to go back to talking about the Rel show with you and Jess, because I remember giving you props because like Jess was doing her thing as a stand-up social media, but to give her that opportunity.
It wasn't that we gave it to her. She earned it. She had the best self-tape I think I've ever fucking seen. And she talked to herself. This was so weird about it. It was nobody reading from the other side. Okay? I didn't hear another voice. Mm-hmm. But she was reacting to this ghost voice in a way where me and Gerard was sitting there like, nigga, this is brilliant. It was such a good-ass self-tape. We was just almost in shock how good it was. And so it was easy for us to be like, oh, yeah, it has to be Jess.
What would you do different about that sitcom? Because it was on for what, a season?
A season? Okay. I don't know, man. I don't think I would do anything differently about the show. I think the way I did things, I was talking about this recently because I could be honest about it. Therapy made me really understand how much I put on myself. I was very stressed out doing that show. Mm-hmm. Yeah. And it's because I was trying to make something impossible in a way where you're trying to please all these black people around the country. You want to make everybody happy in Chicago. You want to make it was too much.
Like how you said black just now, bro.
Oh, I said no because well, I'm glad I said it like that because it's like it's impossible to do that.
That is fact.
Yeah.
It's impossible to. You just can't please every fucking body. Yeah. You have to do whatever you think is honest about your voice and what that is. Yeah. And I was all in my stand-up. I've never geared this is towards this audience. I did whatever I thought was funny. Mm-hmm. I think with that I was just trying to make sure I got to do this for us and our people and this and that. And so I don't know. It was just some things I could have did better, even just as a leader and things like that. But it was nothing bad. It's just I could do a lot of things better. But I've been doing that. I've been analyzing everything I've done from this point. Like when you become number one on the call sheet, it's just a whole different responsibility. Mm-hmm. Just even the energy you bring on set is big. You just don't think about all this. But I was thrown into the fire.
I'm glad. You think you was ready?
I don't think so. I thought I was. I thought I was ready for real. I thought I was ready for those movies I starred in, but a lot of that stuff I wasn't. It happened so fast. Mm-hmm. And for me, I like to kind of sit back and be like, okay, this is how I should take those steps in that. But I didn't. It was happening really fast. Mm-hmm. And so now I got a better understanding. That's why I'm excited about directing because I'm like, I could do everything so much differently. And, but I put a lot of pressure on myself, and that was a problem.
I feel like there's no pathway to do it right?
Nah.
Because you can either start off red hot and then you get all these opportunities and you got to take them, or you take the slow route. But I
well, Charlamagne, it's two things. It's I think once again, I hope I don't say it crazy, but being a black man, just being black, it's just more pressure you put on yourself.
Yeah.
You don't want to mess up what you're doing as far as entertainment. Mm-hmm. You don't want to you want to represent your family, right? You want to do right by your ancestors. You're just thinking about everything. Mm. You don't want to mess the money up. You want to make sure you create generational wealth. You thinking about this all when you just got it.
Yeah.
Oh, I got to take care of people. Absolutely. It's just so much, man. And it's I've learned, and once again, that's why we should go to therapy. Talking to a therapist made me break everything down a little different. And I pace myself different now because I'm like, I don't have to there's no rush. Relax. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And you engaged now too. Congratulations.
Yeah, man. I mean, I wear my rings. She wear hers, I wear mine.
And you proposed to her at Renaissance?
Yeah, that was crazy.
Amazing.
Was it planned or was it? How did it happen for people that don't know?
I feel like I done told this story 15,000 times. But
One more.
it wasn't planned. I actually, so this is funny. I bought the ring that Saturday.
Mm-hmm.
Called her dad, called the kids, hit Miss Tina up, because I wanted to know which song I should propose to. Because I was like, she got all them house songs. So like, all them songs too fast to do a proposal song.
You can't break my soul.
Yeah. It's like,
You can't break my soul.
Love on top, man.
But that's, yeah. But I didn't know she was singing. I thought she was only doing all the Renaissance stuff. And so, Miss Tina told me Love on Top. And then and it was funny, we went to a wedding that Sunday and she didn't know I was proposing. I bought the ring at the mall. This was so last
The mall?
So we were shopping. Yeah, I went to Tiffany. It was a Tiffany store.
Okay,
Mall.
you made it seem like
Damn, you thought I went to the kiosk?
Let me go to Jared's. I said, whoa.
Damn.
They be ready to sell it. Hey, buddy. No, I got it at Tiffany's Company at the mall.
Mm-hmm.
But we was shopping for the wedding we was going to. It was KJ Smith and
Oh yeah.
the Blacks, Blacks wedding.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, we was shopping for that. And then I looked at the store like, yeah. And I walked in. I said, let me see your engagement rings. And he showed it to me. I was like, all right, give me that one. He was like, yo, you don't want, like, bruh, I gotta go. He was like, that was the fastest sale ever. You don't want to know how much it is? Like, nah, just get it. And
How much was it?
it's nobody's business.
Jesus Christ.
I just told you my house got broken into. Which is weird. They took the wedding band I just bought.
Oh my God.
I
no.
just bought the wedding band. This
Damn.
motherfucker found it.
Damn.
I thought I hit it good. I guess I didn't.
But
yeah, he took the wedding band. Now I got to get another one. I was like, damn, did I get the receipt was in the bag. He probably just took the bag. I'm so stupid. I really should have took it out the bag at all times. Like literally the receipt, everything is all.
Did you hide it or was it just on your nightstand?
No, it was hidden in the. First of all, I don't want these niggas back in my house. I'm not gonna tell nobody.
They already know, bro, they already know the layout.
They already know where it is.
They know the layout.
Well, they took anything you could take.
yeah.
It's like what? Can y'all hear me? Hey, don't take shit else. There's nothing else left. If you try to take something else, it's gonna be heavy, and I'm gonna catch your ass.
They cleaned you out that good?
Not that good, but they took all the jewelry.
You said the cops was there, so
Damn.
Yeah,
you need a dog, Lil Rel. But go ahead.
yeah. I mean, I do. Oh, you got to see. That's why I need one of them fucking. I'm scared of dogs. I don't want to have a dog. I'm scared of.
My whole family's scared of my dog but me. But go ahead. But go ahead. To Tiffany's. You went to Tiffany's.
I went to Tiffany's. I got the ring, and we went to the wedding on Sunday, so it was tough for me not to say nothing because people kept bringing it up. When is this gonna happen? I'm like, and then went to the concert for her birthday because it was her birthday weekend.
Mm-hmm.
That's what's up.
The kids almost messed it up because they was way too excited about us going to a concert. I'm like, yo, y'all gotta chill. And she's like, I wonder why they were so helpful. And yeah, we did it. I almost messed it up because I went to the bathroom and Love on Top came on while I was peeing.
Damn.
I remember yelling. I was like, ah! They was like, you okay, brother? I'm like, yeah, I'm good. They know why I was yelling, right? Like, you okay, brother? Ah! No, it's not that. It was funny. And I ran.
Did you wash your hands?
Yes, I washed my
He
hands.
ain't wash
just
his
making
hands.
sure.
He didn't wash his hands. If he yelled and ran out,
First
he
of
didn't wash
all,
his
I
hands.
did wash my
He
hands.
didn't wash his hands.
I promise you I did.
All right.
I'm a hand washer. I actually look at people that don't do it. I judge the fuck out of people
I'm a hand washer.
that don't wash their hands. That makes me so fucking mad. I would just, that's
All right, you wash your hands.
Wash my hands. I ran out, and I couldn't find the seat, which was all fucked up. Because Beyonce be moving people. I'm like, did she make people move when I left?
No.
And so like, I had to walk back out, retrace my steps. I was like, oh, there I was sitting over there. Found it. It was a cameraman standing there shaking and sweating because he wanted to put us on camera. Jay hooked that up. And yeah, I proposed and it was beautiful. And she was ready to go. I was like, no, I bought these fucking tickets. This wasn't free. I actually bought my tickets. Right. And but it was just a beautiful moment. She was so happy. And she did the whole black girl, they walk away, do this thing. They all do. You watch any proposal video, they go, They be waving their eyes and shit. And yeah, she said yes, and it was beautiful, and it's fun. And people keep saying when the date is, but we really been planning a marriage. Like the wedding, that's easy. We could do that shit, but like I want to make sure everything's in order by the time we get into that fucking new place and all that.
That's a great perspective. I'm not planning for the wedding. I'm planning for the marriage.
Yeah.
Oof.
Yes.
Expound on that a little bit, Rel.
You said what?
Let's expound on that a little bit. What is the preparing for the marriage look
I mean, like, we talking about you combining finances. We have 7 kids between us, so we need to make sure it's the right home we have. You know, everything has to be in order, and even just us and communicating.
Yeah.
I love talking to her every day. Like, it's even when I'm on the road, I'm on traveling, we stay on the phone till we fall asleep still. And we talk about everything. You know, sometimes we don't agree on a lot of shit, but we talk it out, and I love that shit. I love how deep our conversation. I just told her the other day, we was having one of our crazy deep-ass conversations. I said, you know something? That's what I fucking love about you. You so smart. I love having these deep-ass that I can't have with nobody else.
Right.
Yeah, so.
Lil Rel.
I'm happy, man.
Absolutely. You look happy, you sound happy.
Yeah.
That's right. The movie is out right now. We grown now, and we appreciate you for joining us.
It's in select
Y'all,
theaters.
congratulations too, y'all. This fucking new studio is roomy, it's nice.
Thank you.
I heard you shitted on our green room, though.
Because it wasn't, first of all, the first place he took me to was somebody's office. I'm like, this ain't nobody fucking room. This nigga in here working. And then, and then y'all took us to a conference room that looked like it was meetings in there until I saw the bottle of hot sauce. I was like, what the fuck is going on? Like, why y'all
People eating meetings around.
a bottle of hot sauce in a conference room?
Yes,
There's hot
you see all these
sauce
black people
all
around here.
here.
There's a lot of black people around here, bro.
Damn, like, who just pull out some hot sauce in the middle of a meeting?
And then I heard they took you to the green room, and you said, this it?
No, I did not say that. It was a nigga that working his ass off.
Oh, okay.
I'm in the wrong room.
Okay, that
All
was
right,
the wrong room.
Ladies and gentlemen, Little Rel. It's the Breakfast Club. Good morning.
Wake that ass up.
In the morning.
The Breakfast Club.